All right, what's up, YouTube? Tops 85401 here. I was live earlier with Aaron, and the Wi-Fi failed us, so we're hopping back on live. We're going to hang out this afternoon, just talk cards and show cards off, talk about the hobby, talk about our 2020, all that fun stuff. So thanks, everybody, for hopping on and hanging out with us. And we were just talking about, what were we talking about, Aaron, before the Wi-Fi went dead? I can't remember.
We're talking about how things were prior to the whole pandemic thing happening. How we were together at the card shop.
Oh
And,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah. That was crazy. And you were buying a bunch of football cards, and I got a few baseball cards, and yeah, we didn't know what was going to happen. Oh yeah, I was telling a story about a card I was going to buy, and I ended up not buying it because, I thought the economy was going to melt down, and now I wish I would have bought it. But at the time, I made the right decision. So basically, a long story short, that was a story I was sharing. And that's kind of like what kicked off the pandemic for me as far as a collector. And
yeah,
I never did sell any cards or cash out or do anything like that. I mean, I've held on to everything. I haven't sold a single card this whole year, which kind of, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people probably sold a few cards and try to add to their collection or make a little money, but I'm just too much of a, I don't know. I guess I'm just too much. I just love my cards too much. I don't want to get rid of them for some reason. But so,
well, I won't lie, Nate. We both know what I ended up doing. I got all those doubles and triples, and I decided to go ahead and give PWCC a shot. And I think I packed up about 416 cards. Football, baseball, just graded random cards that I had extras of, and I sent it out and actually did quite well. I was pretty thrilled and impressed with what everything sold for. But yeah, if guys out there, if you're going to sell off your graded collection or anything for that matter, consider PWCC. I mean, I really had a fantastic experience with them.
yeah,
So
and I would recommend that too, because I know a lot of people that sell privately or sell on their own eBay accounts with, God, yeah, I guess one of the things that's happened in the hobby this year is with all the new people and the new, like, financial opportunities in the card market, there's a lot of scammers, and just I've heard horror stories about people selling their cards on eBay. I have a friend in particular that sold a card for like $450, $500 or something like that, and it was graded. And he sent the card in, to not only tracking, but to have it signed for, right? And the
yeah,
buyer took the card out of the slab, sent a claim saying that the card that he bought was damaged, and then returned the empty slab to my friend, and he lost $450. And eBay sided with the buyer. So just like weird stuff like that was happening this year. You want to hear another funny story? I have a coworker. And he was like a big collector in the 90s, and he collected Michael Jordan. And right before the pandemic hit, we were talking about my card collection, and he went to Target and got a couple of blaster boxes, and we were busting packs in the showroom. And then I got him started collecting cards again. Well, he now works in a showroom right next door to a Target. And the other day I get on the phone with him, and he's like, dude, I want to thank you for getting back into the card market. I've been wiping Target out. I know the schedule when the delivery guy comes, and I've been like quadrupling my money on all this wax. And I'm just like,
wow.
I created a monster. So, I mean, he's like doing like, we all know what's going on in the retail, but like I introduced a coworker back into the hobby, but his his mindset is just much different than mine. He's making big money on he told me he's doing like 2020 Prism football, and he's selling it. Listen to this. There's a bank right across the parking lot from the showroom. He's selling this stuff to the bank manager. So now bank managers are investing in sports cards. What a wild year.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that would ever happen? So, I mean, we all have stories like that, you know, in the hobby this year, but that's just another one. But anyway.
Crazy, man. I mean, I see, you know, some of these car prices, man, have been, has just been crazy, man. I mean, I think about some of these cars and what I pay for it and what the cost is now. It's kind of crazy, man. I feel bad for, you know, people who are just now starting off into the hobby and trying to collect some of this stuff, man. Oh my goodness. Have you seen the price of the Joe Montana rookie?
I remember
Joe Montana rookie.
Yeah, the only time I ever looked at a Joe Montana card was like in 1991 or something, right after the Niners won the Super Bowl, and they sold for like $200. But that was back then.
Yeah. Well,
what are they going for now?
Raw and graded, like a PSA 9 and a Joe Montana. You used to be able to get around, you know, between that $375 and $500 range. They have reached into the $1,500 to $1,700 range.
And you know what? That's probably a good deal, I bet.
Yeah, right now, raw, if you can find a primo copy, you know, where it looks kind of like, what do they call that? Pack fresh.
Yeah.
You find like a pack fresh one that looks, you used to be able to get one raw, you know, $50, $60, you know, now you're talking raw, you know, for good $350.
Wow. That's crazy, man. So
right, that's the times we're in right now. I mean,
yeah,
crazy. Tom Brady rookie cards are you know, remember the one that I bought, right? I'm thankful I bought it then.
Oh man, you know what's funny is like you were looking through your box the other day and you're like, I already had one.
Right.
But the thing is, you made out anyway.
Yeah, because look, when I bought that one, okay, you know what I paid for it then, right? Well, it's 5 times that amount now.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
So, you know.
Damn. Yeah. Here's a card that's blown up in value this year.
Yeah, good heavens. Yeah.
I mean, I remember when this card was selling raw for like $800, $900, I said, man, I should sell it now, and I almost sold it to my local card shop for $500. And I'm glad I didn't, because now these things raw are selling for around $5,000. And if you could get a Gem Mint copy, I mean, I haven't sent this in, so I don't know what kind of grade it'll grade out, but who knows what a Gem Mint copy would sell for.
I'm telling you this, man, I'm completely priced out on the trout. I am completely priced out. The thing is, you know, I think just the update one, I think raw, I think even that one, I think is in the, what, $300 range maybe? I don't know, but I know a PSA 10.
If I saw a trout raw, if I saw the trout rookie raw for $300, I'd buy it right now. I think they sell for closer to $1,000 raw. Yeah. So.
Oh, forget it, man. No way, brother. And I sold. Remember, I sold mine to the kid. You know, the father that you know basically couldn't afford to get him it, and I happened to be there and heard that story and said, "Look, you know, how about why don't you just give me what you got there and take it?" They probably sold it, man.
So welcome everybody. Welcome back, everybody that we're on earlier with Aaron and I. I think we got a much better Wi-Fi signal now. So So some cards are going down, and of course, that's a comment from Fishman Kun. I don't have my glasses, but Macon. But of course, that's I would think that card prices will go up and down cyclical with the hobby and people's performance and stuff like that. But in general, everything is just going way, way, way up. So check this out. So we got New York Yanks. He says, bought my 11 update 10 for 325. Oh man. After they dropped, yeah, well, that card's worth a lot more. You got 10 times now on that one, I think. I don't know what that card's selling for now, but
I wish I would have did what New York Yanks fan did, man. I wish I would have bought 50 of them back then. It's insane, man. It really is.
Yeah.
And then I don't mind this one. You'll chuckle at. This one you will chuckle at, man. I had a graded one too. And I told this story about the father and the son.
Yeah.
I gave it to the father for $160.
Yeah. And that was that a BGS 9.5, I think, right?
Yeah, BGS 9.5s. And I sure did, man. $160.
Well, you want to hear something? So for Retro Fan here, he says, well, he predicts that there will be a severe market correction in the near future, and I'm going to, I have a different opinion, a complete polar opposite opinion on that. I think that there's going to be another price hike, and you know why I think there's going to be another price hike? Why cards are probably going to go up in value more than down in value in the near future. I'm not saying that there won't be a correction 2-3 years down the road, but I think right now there's going to be another price hike. And I'll tell you why.
Yep.
Because there's another round of stimulus checks going out, and there's another round of increased unemployment benefits going out. And I don't know if that bill got passed today to increase the stimulus check from $600 to $2,000. But I'm telling you, if it's $2,000 per person, the card prices are going to be skyrocketing, because that's exactly what started the boom. Was all the money that the government was pumping into the economy, and people that don't need the stimulus money, what else are they going to do with it? Bam, they're going to spend it on their hobbies, like you said, the hardware store. Any kind of hobby, Pokemon cards, sports cards, home repairs. Like my cousin works at a hardware store. He said it's never been busier than this year because people are at home, they're doing home projects. So anything hobby related, and you could make a good argument that doing projects around the house is a hobby. Anything hobby related is gonna just skyrocket. So I don't know if that bill got passed for $2,000 per person, but if it did, you better get your cards now before those checks get mailed out. That's all I got to say about that. So
yeah.
So I mean,
so kind of show some cards here, Nate.
Okay. Looks like my Wi-Fi is pooping out now.
Here's a card. Check this one out. So this card right here. I see
yes.
There's been a major bump on this particular set in general, the 1962 top set. Major bump. And this card.
And what do you think? Yeah, why do you think the 62 set has gotten a big bump?
Well, to be honest, man, it's a weird thing. I mean, I get the set. It's a tough set to grade in general because of the brown borders on it. But to tell you the truth, man, I'm not really sure why this particular set has gotten such a bump. And I'm not talking about just grading, Nate. What I'm talking about is in the raw thing. And it almost makes me feel like, because when you go out, and it's not just one place, when you go to all places, prices have completely raised up on it. I'm not sure if it's because there's just not too much of 1962 tops out there. I'm not sure of key players, but like this cart right here, you used to be able to get it at a very reasonable price. You know, in really good shape, you can get around that $60 to $80 range. Now it's in the $160 to $200 range. And the Lou Brock, of course, with the passing of Lou Brock, of course, you know, we always see a spike in cards when a person passes away. But even prior to that, his card, I would say, had seen a 30% increase. And I'm talking raw. I mean, you could usually find that Lou Brock rookie in good shape around 120, 140 in that area. It's well over 200 and something dollars prior to him dying. So,
Wow.
And that's the 62 set, man. I'm not sure exactly why, as it's just getting tougher and tougher. And that ought to be a conversation that should be had, man, about the scarcity of vintage cars in general, man. I mean, ever since the prices have gone up on cards, you see people going out buying more and more and more of vintage, whether it's low end or high end. They're buying it up and they're submitting it, and you just don't find as much of it when you go out there in certain places. I mean, I used to go out to, there used to be a local swap meet that I could go to and find great vintage cards in there. And you know what? They're gone. They're not there anymore. They just,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just can't you know, get it like I used to. People are not taking their collections into card shops and selling them off. What they're doing is they're taking those and they're sending them into the graders, having them graded and then sent off to auction house or selling them themselves that way. So you don't see it raw, you know, that much anymore. So it's interesting, man.
Wow.
Puts us in kind of a weird state. You know, if you're a raw collector and you're looking for the raw cards, it gets kind of difficult to get them.
For sure. Yeah, it sounds like it. I mean, I know there's a lot of big collections of vintage on the East Coast. So I wonder if the East Coast collectors are seeing the same thing with everything getting slabbed up and sent to auction houses. But that's probably driven by investors, right? Like, and maybe a lot of the people that have those vintage cards are getting older and they just see an opportunity to cash in their collections. And probably, you know, if they're asking an expert or someone, hey, what do I do with them? They say, tell them to do that, or they sell their collections to auction houses and they slab them up for them and sell them that way. Because, you know, an auction house is going to get a lot more for a card slabbed up than it is raw. And then they're not liable for any kind of, you know, authentic issues with a card if they're third-party grading, I suppose, as well. So that kind of makes sense. But, yeah. Well, like we were on earlier today and we were talking about, you know, low-grade, you know, rookie cards are like Willie Mays and Hank Aaron, what those things are selling for. I mean, what do we see? A SGC 1.5 with like severe damage to Mays' face sell for like $1,700. I mean, it wasn't like a eye-appealing 1.5. It was a rough 1.5. So
yeah, which is a great conversation. And I remember, I think back to the 1917 National that we were at. We were sitting down at a pizza place, and it was me, you. Oh God, I forget who else was with us. But anyway, we were sitting.
I think Ben was with us.
Oh yeah. Right, we were
and Dan.
Right, with Ben and Dan. That's who we were with. Yeah. And we were sitting down and we were talking about this and the state of the hobby and where vintage cards would be later on. So here's the thing, you know, you got a lot of low end and with budgets and everything, people are gravitating towards the more smaller price card in vintage. But now what we're seeing then, here's the funny thing, is because you could buy a low end vintage card for a great reasonable price that could fit an individual's budget. Now that might not be the case, because now we're starting to see 2s and 3s hit astronomical numbers that we never seen. You would see a Willie Mays 2, you could get it, 600, $700. It was a 10 and
Not
a 2 in bad shape. Forget about
not
it now.
anymore.
It's 3 times that amount now. So, I think back to those conversations we had, where would it be with the lower end would sell out the higher end card, of course, but now the low end is high end now.
Oh yeah, and you know what I noticed? Well, hey everybody, it come off an egg. Best voice on YouTube. Anyway, what I noticed this year, and something that I've been waiting for about the last 10 years, and it happened this year, was the explosion in the price of refractors. And I'm talking about specifically 90s refractors baseball, because I don't know too much about I mean, obviously the Kobe Bryant refractor rookies were bank, and the LeBron James refractor and all those. But man, I'm telling you, I've been collecting refractors since the 90s, and I think what brought the refractor name, especially in Topps Chrome went absolutely nuts. But I think what brought it into the forefront of the hobby, especially in the 90s through the early 2000s, was Prism, Panini Prism. And what Panini Prism is doing that Topps used to do, and the reason why the older Topps product is just absolutely exploding, is the etching. The etching, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. I happen to have some of my Mike Trout cards here. But the etching, and especially like in basketball and football, Panini Prism went nuts. I think people finally started to appreciate the beautiful the beautiful shine. But when you look at the etching, man, I wish this camera would pick up. But this is a very similar to how the Topps Chrome looked in the 90s.
Yeah.
I have Griffey refractors that I paid like $30 for, that are selling for, like, if it was a PSA 10 now, the 1996 Topps Chrome, I mean, those things are selling for thousands, like plural, thousands of dollars. And I think the raw one, a nice eye-appealing raw one, which I have, it's $1,000 card now, a raw. I mean, I could show it to you guys, but these cards have gone bonkers. The Barry Bonds 96 Topps Chrome, I think there was like a PSA 9 that sold for $1,200. I mean, you just didn't see those prices up until this year. I think a PSA 9 96 Topps Chrome Bonds at the beginning of the year would be a $30 card. And, I think it was like an August or September one sold for like, it was somewhere between $900 and $1,200. I can't remember how much it sold for, but I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw some of the sold completed listings for some of these key player 90s refractors in baseball. And I know basketball is even more, especially if you're talking Michael Jordan or like a Kobe Bryant rookie card, any key rookie card in basketball or football. Tom Brady, I know his stuff, his Chrome refractors have gone absolutely bonkers. So, and I think it's kind of like the bandwagon effect, where Panini produces this absolutely beautiful product, and then people start to say, well, what's similar to that but older? And then it kind of trickles down. It goes from basketball to football to baseball, and then it goes to the 90s stuff. So it's been interesting to see the hobby evolve and the appreciation for that shine. You got to appreciate that shine.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, my I couldn't afford my refractor collection that I have now. There's no way I could do it now from what some of these cards are going for. You know how much the most recent PSA 93 finest Barry Bonds refractor sold for?
What?
2,500 for a 9, not a 10, a 9.
Jesus.
2,500, man. So those cards are just going bonkers.
Yeah.
So.
It's crazy, man. I know. Here's another one too that has had a major spike. Now, this card right here, the Tony Perez rookie card.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you right now, this is what do the young kids call this today? Pack fresh. This card is super clean, but that card right there, look up. I mean, you can look this up yourself. Go see what a clean copy of Tony Perez 65 rookie goes for. Look what it goes for. I mean,
I think any Hall of Fame rookie card is gonna sell for a lot of money. That's in the vintage, and I'm thinking like I don't know where the vintage cuts off for you, but I always viewed vintage like 1973 and earlier, and then kind of like between 74 and 1980 is kind of like the transition from vintage to junk wax, but it's not really vintage and it's not really junk wax. It's just kind of, it's way, it's anyway. That's just kind of my opinion on vintage. But I think anything 73 or earlier on a key rookie card is going to hold a premium value right now.
Yeah. It is. I mean, I'm as I keep going through these cards, I mean, I just keep thinking about, the prices of these cards, man, how they've gone up, man. The Fergie Jenkins rookie. You used to be able to get that card, I mean, fairly cheap. I mean, really cheap. Even if you were into the graded thing, you could usually find a Fergie Jenkins rookie in an 8. Around that 150, 160 area.
Yeah.
Not now. Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it, man.
So Tom asked, have we talked about the Negro Leagues being recognized as Major League level baseball? We actually did have a conversation about that earlier today. So it'll be I think what that is going to do is it's what Aaron and I were talking about earlier. One of the things, at least my thoughts were, is it's going to get people to, like do some research and find out about the players that are now Major League caliber, recognized by Major League Baseball as Major League Baseball players. And it's going to have an impact on players getting inducted in the Hall of Fame. Like, an example would be Minnie Minoso. And you'll see the career statistics are going to change. So, but yeah, we had a pretty good conversation about that. And Aaron, if you want to share some.
Yeah, I think it's,
your thoughts as well.
I think it's wonderful, man, that, that this is happening. Again, we talked about Don Newcombe, which I think Don Newcombe should be in the Hall of Fame anyway, but, with this now, it gets an opportunity to boost his stats, and it's no longer looked upon like this or like that. It's an equal thing. And Don Newcombe, what it will do for Monty Irvin. Talked about Monty Irvin, what that's going to do for his batting average. It's finally being recognized, and I think it's a wonderful thing, man. So we can go on and talk about that, Nate. We'll probably have to create a different.
We could create a different live stream and talk about that on another day. But it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out for sure. And
So Nate. So man, it's just been a crazy year, man. I want to say, 2021, man. I mean, what are some of your goals, man? I know you've got an incredible collection, man. And I know 2020 has been quite the year, but as 21 comes around, what are some of the things that are on your list to get, man? What is your collecting going to be like in 2021?
That is such a great question, because I don't know where the hobby is going to go in 2021. I think it's going to be a fun ride. Obviously, my biggest goal for 2021 is to go to the 2021 National in Chicago and meet up with all my friends and have a blast. But that is not really up to me. That I think that happening is just, we'll see what happens with the pandemic and if it's safe to do that. And if it turns out that it's safe and we can do that, that's something that I really, really want to do, because as you know, Aaron, there's no experience like going to the National, meeting up with all your friends and just having a blast. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to if it can happen. Another thing, of course, I want to keep plugging away at building my Bonds collection. And I also would love to, and I'm probably not going to be able to do this unless I am able to go to the National in 2021, but I really want to pick up a Hank Aaron rookie card. That's probably my biggest, like, if my next real big purchase, and what I mean by big purchase is something that's going to cost me at least $1,000, is going to be the Hank Aaron rookie card. And like we were talking earlier, I would love to find a PSA 1 with a pinhole. A PSA 1 with a pinhole would be my dream Hank Aaron rookie pickup. With obviously with that looks has the eye appeal of like a 4 or 5, but it would grade a 1 because it has a pinhole. So I'm not saying like I want to get a beat up PSA or a beat up Hank Aaron rookie card with a pinhole. No, I want a beautiful looking Hank Aaron rookie card that happens to have a pinhole in it, so it gets a PSA 1. That would be my dream pickup. So hopefully I can find something like that.
That's wonderful, man. Hopefully I can be there. I can be there with you, man, at the Nationals for another epic purchase.
Oh man, yeah. For those of you that don't know, people that are familiar with my collection, my Bat Knob autograph card, there is a video of me purchasing that card on YouTube, but it's not on my channel. It's on Aaron's channel. So he just gave away the title of that video.
Yeah, epic purchase, man. It was fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Know, for me, Nate, 2021, man, I think this year, man, my focus is going to definitely be a little bit different, man. I kind of want to get a little more variety of autographs in the collection, and I definitely want to get more boxing cards.
Oh, yeah.
As far as baseball goes, there's 3 cards. For some reason, man, I just can't get my hands around. I want to get the Mays again. I want to pick up the 51 Mays again, and I definitely want to get a 55 Koufax, and the other one is the 59 Gibson. Those are the 3 cards that are on my list to get, and I want them. I want them all raw. That's the thing. That's the challenge. You know, I want to get them all raw. So I'm going to be looking for that. And then boxing cards. I want to get a lot more like this one. Let me show this one. This was a major pickup for my boxing collection in 2020.
Oh.
See if I can get that in there. Is the 1908. It's 1908 Joe Gans rookie card here. And that was just a beautiful, and it's a primo example. Just a fantastic card here, man. I'm really thrilled to have that one in my collection.
Aaron, show that thing off again. I love it in that ice cube case, man. That thing looks fantastic. Wow, that looks like museum. That looks like a museum piece. Now I see you got the rookie card sticker there. That is a rookie card, right?
Yes, it is. And it really, man, it looks, it goes to the next level in this case. And that's why I love these cases so much. And I know they get a lot of heat behind them, but man, I've been using these cases for decades, man. And they're just wonderful cases. And they really take the card to the next level. This one is the 1 inch thick.
Yeah, they call it ice cube, right?
Yeah, I guess, but I love it, man, and it displays incredibly well. Every time I walk past that car, you got to take a second look at it. Like, man, is that Joe Gans?
That's awesome, man.
That's a wonderful boxing car. A lot of history with that guy, and at some point, I definitely want to come back on and on my channel and do a video all on Joe Gans, because I think his story is a story that will resonate with so many people, and people will understand exactly why Joe Gans was so special, man. So I definitely want to come back and do a video on him.
Yeah, yeah, you
And
should. You should. Yeah, that's something for everybody to look forward to. I know you are the official historian here in the card collecting community. You know your history on your favorite athletes. That is for sure. So yeah. So yeah.
those are
So
definitely.
more.
That's kind of what do you say, Nate?
Oh, we were both talking at the same time. I'll let you finish.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so those are kind of my 2021 goals, man, is to try to pick up those things, and hopefully, we get a national in there, and like to network with a few other, YouTubers out there too, meet a lot more people, and I kind of want to get, more. Well, actually, I've started getting more active on like Instagram. Putting my collection up there. They have this little thing on Instagram where you can put all your cards and put them in different, folders, so to speak, where people can come on there and click on it, and they can see all your cards and displayed on there. So I've been doing that and posting a little more on Facebook. But I definitely want to get more active as, I get more settled into the new home here. I'm going to be start doing a lot more videos, and the man cave will be up and going. And so I'm hoping 21, man, to be a really fantastic year, in other words.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah. So yeah. Well, so a lot of the audience are talking about their goals for 2021. So everybody, it sounds like everybody's got like a lot of a lot of really cool goals. Of course, Papino Man knows all about raw cards. He says they're becoming extinct. So I guess he's having the same kind of experience you're having, trying to pick up those raw cards. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I mean, I guess my collection, when I die, there'll be a horde of raw cards flooding into the marketplace, because I don't grade my stuff as of yet, at least. But another goal of mine for 2021, I guess, in addition to keeping up with the, just adding to the Bonds collection, going to the National, hanging out with friends. Maybe I should look into starting an Instagram page. I mean, at least that's one. Is it like, Aaron? I guess my question for you is that a fun way to kind of archive your collection? So like if you wanted to show a card off or look a card, you don't have to like go into your house and physically find it. You could just find the picture, or
Exactly, Nate. That you're exactly dead on with that. I mean, that's a great tool to use for that. I mean, I've been, and I got to tell you, man, I've been having a lot of fun. Setting up all these cards and putting them in there. Like I got a folder on there for all my relic cards. I got a folder on there for all the autograph cards, and then you can create all these different little boxes and folders that you can archive your cards in. And when you want to look at them, you just click on the folder, and all your cards are right there, man. It's wonderful.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I guess I got to get one of those shadow boxes that people are using, to take picture of their cards. So I don't know. You get pretty good pictures on your cards. I know you've shown them off on the Baseball Card Junkies page. All your new one of one relic auto pitcher collection that you've been working on. So.
Yeah, I did. I started posting some on there, man. Like this is one that let me show this one, Nate. This is one that I'm really stoked on, and I was really thrilled to see that this was in the set. And this one right here, this is just wonderful, man. Look at that.
Oh yeah, you showed that card off. That card is so gorgeous. So where do you find that thing?
Look at that freaking button, man. Are you freaking kidding me?
Now, if I remember correctly, the stitching on that button has like pinstripes, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, the stitching is it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, man, I reached out to the seller, and again, this seller was branched out of New York, And I told the guy, I says, look, man, I got to have that. What can we do, man? And the guy he was fantastic, and here it is, man.
Well, it went to the right collector because that's a perfect piece for your collection. Here's one I got from the 2019 National. A friend of mine handed this one to me. But look at that beautiful patch of Mad Bum. I mean, you got like sparkle shine in that patch. But
that thing is wonderful, man.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, you gotta love beautiful relic cards or unique relic cards, stuff that has this kind of patch on it, or like a button or a bat knob. I know you've been picking up a lot of bat knobs and stuff like that as well. So, but
let me show this one over here, because this is another piece, man, that I'm incredibly thrilled about. I mean, this one is just incredible, man.
Here's another cool one, World Series
this
card.
Is like finding a needle in a haystack, man.
Oh, here, let me let the viewers. Oh, that card is Duke Snider. That bat knob is absolutely chunky.
Oh man, it is ridiculous, man.
What a beautiful card, Aaron.
Just fantastic. There was that one, and then hold on, Nate. Let's just. We might as well.
All right. We got the engine going now with Aaron Davis.
Let's do it, man. Look at this one.
Oh yeah, Chris Sale. One of one Strata. You got the authentication sticker on that one too. That's cool.
Yeah, there's that one, and then let's check this one out too. Let's just keep it rolling. Here's another Blyleven.
Oh man, Harold had that comment there. Oh man, that is those are 4 completely different patches on there.
Oh, it's
what a beautiful card!
Ridiculous, man.
And beautiful. you got to tip your hat to Panini for they don't have full MLB licensing, but they make beautiful product. There you go. CC Sabathia. He grew up about an hour from where I live.
Let's get this one going, man. This one is incredible, man.
Pedro. Wow.
Yeah. Then there's let's get these, man. I think the other one, I think these I showed already, Nick, on your channel. But those were some of the most recent.
Oh yeah, the Glavine, man. Look at that patch.
Well, wait till you see the other one that I got coming, man.
Oh no!
The other one that's coming is just ridiculous, man. There's that one, and then of course we've seen the Smoltz.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we.
Man, the whole logo man's in there.
Yeah, I think I showed that one already, but I think we've seen this one too, the Jenkins.
Oh wow. Yeah, you don't see too many. That's like a laundry tag or something, right?
Yeah, it's like a laundry tag in there. There's that one. This one, I'm really thrilled about this one. I've showed this one a couple times, but I'm thrilled about it.
So, Aaron, I know at some point somebody's going to be sorting cards, and they're going to see all these cards you're showing off. They're going to have to pause and take a look at what you're showing off, because that stuff is just incredible. There you go. David Ortiz.
Yeah. And
wow.
You remember these, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, wasn't that when Robinson was on the Dodgers, right?
Yeah, exactly. Number 36.
Yeah, because you were trying to figure out why does it say number 36 on the card. Yep. Then you did some research and found out that was his number with the Dodgers. Yeah, those cards are incredible.
I was glad to lock that set up.
Yeah, you damn near have a whole Frank Robinson game-used bat there.
So yeah, those are just some of the pickups, man, that I got for the collection there. But
and those are all pickups you did in 2020.
Yeah, most of them are for 2020.
Yeah, Yeah, you got a lot of nice cards this year. That's for sure, man. Wow, just incredible. You know, one of the PCs I started to kind of work on this year. I started to collect a little bit of Mike Trout, and
Okay.
what got me collecting trout is one day I was at my card shop, one of the card shops that I go to, and this guy was there, and he had like a 2-row box full of cards, and the owner was letting him sell cards, and I picked up these 3 Mike Trouts for like $5 each, and they're
Okay.
all Panini, but they're all like numbered parallels. And I just started looking
Ooh.
at them, and I was like, man, those cards are beautiful.
Nice.
And so then I got hooked,
Sweet, man.
and then I just started collecting more of the Mike Trout. But man, here, let me see if I can. But this type of stuff is just fun, and it's still pretty affordable. I mean, you don't have to shell out big time money if you buy it at the right time. I mean, when the product first launches, this stuff's going to cost you quite a bit, but after it's been out for a while, people tend to kind of jump onto the next product. So I love this one here. It reminds me of the rookies from 1986 Donruss. That's a design they took it from, or the highlights. Excuse me, the highlights set. So those are fun to pick up this year. And of course, I got a lot of I had this connection. There was a guy on. I was buying a bunch of cards off this guy off of eBay, and I probably picked up about 30 or 40 really nice rare bonds cards too. So maybe like another goal of mine this year is to try to like find more people to buy cards off of eBay, because I don't think eBay is good for sellers or buyers. I mean, sellers are paying a lot of money. You know, they're the commission eBay takes for your sales is a lot as a seller. And then us buyers, I mean, we're having to pay all that sales tax, and it's just getting expensive. And then the shipping. Now, I don't know if
Yeah.
anybody in the room has heard, but I did see someone sent me a link that eBay is going to start offering like a 99-cent like PWE, but with tracking service. So if you're buying like more lower end cards, you don't have to pay like $4.20 for shipping anymore. I don't know if anybody else has read anything about that, but I actually did see that somewhere. So that might help a little bit. But wow. So look at this. So managed payment is now going to be about 13.5% off of eBay. That's just crazy. Hey, what's up, Mark? So
Wow.
yeah, actually, did you see Mark just did a video earlier today showing off a few of his pickups for this year? The Ronald Acuna bat down, a third-year Michael Jordan, and then there was one other card. I can't remember what it was. It was a Soto sign card in person. That was a cool video, man. So
I got to check it out. It's in the feed. I haven't had a chance to check it out though.
yeah. Well, I think like managed payments also makes it easier to get screwed as a seller. Yeah, I think the hobby, I see kind of in the future the hobby going away from eBay and people buying more on Instagram and through Facebook groups and in person and maybe through a friend or something like that, So that's kind of where I see the hobby going in the future if eBay doesn't. I mean, because it's eBay. Their business model is genius, right? They don't have to have they don't have any inventory at all, no inventory, so they don't have to put any money or have their money go to inventory. But they are getting 13.5% of every sale without ever having inventory. It's the business model is genius, but I think people are going to kind of shy away from there. So, yeah, I mean, so I think as collectors and hobbyists, we have to create our own place where we could safely sell and trade our cards. And I think a lot of the groups in like Facebook and Instagram has done a really good job of that. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I
So
mean, I was really, I was really thrilled with PWCC, man. I won't lie. I mean, my whole entire experience from sending them to the time that they got the package was wonderful, man. I mean, total class act. I got you get the phone calls. They let me know exactly, the whole process of everything, and just made me feel really comfortable, about selling with them. And when everything was all said and done, again, the phone calls again, just kind of thanking me for using them. It was just really good, a really great experience from, beginning to end. So
yeah.
I'm definitely going to use them again in the future. I've already packed up to about another 450 cards that I want to send to them. So I'm going to, do that too as well.
Yeah, I think if
So
you're a seller and
it's
you're
great.
selling real high-end expensive cards, you'd be nuts not to sell it through a consigner. Because like I can't
Yeah,
remember if it was this live stream or the other one, but my friend that got screwed out of his $450 card, that scares me,
yeah,
man. I mean,
yeah,
it's like you put something on eBay as a seller, and you're almost like there's a scenario where you could end up giving your stuff away because of people figuring out, reading through maybe the policies and the user agreement and everything, and going with it with a fine-tooth comb and figuring out ways to capitalize on the eBay siding with the buyers all the time. It's crazy, man. I wouldn't want to sell there now. I wouldn't sell a card on there. Forget it. And I mean, maybe a dollar card, who cares? But nothing expensive. So
so Nate, as a wrap up with you, man, let me show you my favorite pickup for 2020.
okay,
Hold on
all
one
right,
second.
all right. All right. So while Aaron's doing that, I'll show off some. I don't know, some of my Mike Trout PC, I guess, because I just happen to have that box here. So this is one of my favorite, the purple Bowman Platinum from 2010. Love that card. And then I think this is a Bowman. It's the Topps 100 from. Okay, we got Aaron back. All right, Aaron, I'm gonna put the camera on you so you can show off your favorite pickup. Then I got to figure out what. Oh, I'll show off my favorite pickup when you're done. I got to dig it up, but.
So I brought this card. This is Nate. This is not my favorite pickup, but I brought this one because it's interesting, man. Just how the card prices have been affected and have went up. I mean, this card right here, it's a tough card anyway. It's only in the two. It's the 1948 Topps Magic rookie card here, Chet Bednarik, and it's got his name spelled wrong in there. But the thing is, with this card right here, there's not, again, the population on it is not real high. And matter of fact, there's only a few that are graded a little bit higher than this one. But this card has seen a significant bump in it. I mean, a huge bump.
Here, Aaron, can you put a close up on it? Put it right by the camera. I want to check that thing out.
Yeah.
That's a great pose, man. That is a classic pose. I love it.
Oh, it's a wonderful card, first of all, man, and it really illustrates what he's all about. I mean, this guy was no joke. Could play both ends of the field. But the thing is with this card is it's a tough one to find, and when you find them, the image is usually blurred out, so you don't really get a good shot of him. So even though it's a 2, the contrast of it is really good. So the thing about it is, I mean, I just seen a significant bump in it. What was crazy, I think when I bought that years ago, I think I paid $60 for that, and that card it's probably 20 times that amount now. It's crazy. The price bump on it in a 2. Just
what?
weird. I just went. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Wow.
So I just brought that up because I had
that goes into your.
I had that there.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, man.
Package, so I thought I would show it, man.
Yeah, you don't see those 40s Topps cards very much. I know they did them for a few years. Those like little tiny stamp size cards.
So Nate, here's my favorite 2020 pickup, man. This card, you know, it's just wonderful, man, and I'm super stoked I finally got it. This example, I told this story on my channel about how this came up for auction one time, and I underestimated, you know, what it would go for, and I put an amount that, you know, I threw an amount in there and took it as if I win it, I win it. If I don't, I don't. And I've been killing myself ever since.
Yeah.
Because I lost it. So here it is, man. This is the.
Oh, yes.
This is the 1950 Don Newcomb rookie. And again, you don't see these pop up, man, in that kind of grade. You just don't. You don't see them. And because this is a favorite, you know, player of mine. I mean, this guy, I can't tell you how many times this guy was talked about in our Sunday dinner table. But again, I was super thrilled when this one popped up, and I got to tell you, I got it at a wonderful price, and now this card has just gone bonkers, man. You know, and I think it has something to do with the whole thing with, you know, the Negro Leagues and MLB, you know, might be driving the price up on this card some. So I don't know, but I'm super thrilled that I got it. That's a player I don't mind breaking the bank for. It's here. It's not going anywhere. I'll never sell it. And it's wonderful. So that is my favorite pickup for 2020, man.
I love the story. I love the story on that card. And that card, Aaron, it looks so fresh. It looks like the ink is still wet on it. I mean, that is an amazing, amazing piece.
When I saw it, man, you know, when I saw it, Nate, you know, I did what most people do, man, when they get these cards, you know, because for me, you know, it's not about the grade, it's about the card. But, you know, again, if you're going to pay the number price, you know, you want to look it over. So I looked it over, and I was doing the corner from corner type of thing. And man, I got to tell you, in comparison to other 8s that are out there, this card was just fantastic, man. I mean, the color was wonderful on it, man. The guy, you know, the minute that was up there, I looked it over, done, boom, got it in here. I was not going to lose out on this card again, man. So there it is, man. It is here. It's not going anywhere. It's going to display well in the man cave soon. And
nice.
Here we are.
Wow. Yeah, that is an unbelievable pickup for your PC. And I don't know what the population is on a card like for that condition, but it can't be very high. So I'm going to show off my my personal favorite pickup. It's not the most valuable card I picked up. It's not the rarest card I picked up, but it is a card that I looked for from the moment the product launched until I actually picked it up. It's the only one I've ever seen available for sale, and I got it. And so I'll show you the card here. And it is the 2005 Topps Finest X-Fractor Black of Barry Bonds. So this one's numbered to 25. Now, I had gotten the one numbered to 10 about 2 years ago. And the one that's numbered to 10, I actually bought it from the guy that beat me out on eBay because he had to sell some of his cards off. But this one here, now I'm going to tell you the story about this card. So it took me 15 years to track this down. It came out in 2005. I was finally able to obtain it in 2020. And there was another one that showed up on eBay. I never saw it. I didn't see it. But I think it was Buy It Now. And the guy that bought it told me what had happened. And what happened was It was on no, he didn't buy it, excuse me. It was on eBay for a day or two, and for whatever reason, I must have been in a time when I wasn't heavily collecting when it popped up. But the card was taken off eBay, and so the guy that saw it messaged a seller, and he said, "Where's that 2005 finest black extractor Barry Bonds that you had up there for sale? I want to, I want to buy that card. I see you didn't sell it, but you ended the listing." The seller said it got destroyed in a flood. His basement flooded, and so the card was gone. Like it was destroyed, and he tried to get the guy to go in there, and he said, "I don't care. I want it. I don't care what condition it is. I've never seen one before." And the guy was just like, he was just like, "No, I'm not going to do all that. The card's gone. I don't, I'm not going to, I don't want to bother with it." So the great story about this card is, a bunch of my other Bonds collecting friends, obviously they don't have this card either. I mean, this is the only one I've ever seen. And, when it popped up, I immediately messaged him and I said, "Guys, I'm going to win this card no matter what it takes." So thankfully, my friends were kind enough to not bid me up on this card. So I ended up buying it for what I think is a absolute steal. It was a little bit over $200 and was by far the most thrilling pickup for me in the year 2020. Absolutely love this card. And I'm so thrilled to have it in the collection. Yeah, if there's any player collectors or set collectors, and like there's literally a card, and it's the print runs 25, so it's not like they printed a ton of them. But you would think a card numbered to 25 would have popped up at some point within the last 15 years where I'd have an opportunity to buy it. And like I said, one did, but it was only up for like a day or two. And anyways, look at who's in the house. So what's up, Xavier?
You get Snoop on here, man.
Yeah. But anyways, that was just the most thrilling pickup for me in the year 2020. So
it's fantastic, man.
Yeah,
fantastic. And I'm stoked that it's in your collection, man.
Oh yeah, man, I am fired up. I mean, I've gotten a lot of nice Bonds cards this year. I've done a good job chipping away at the stuff numbered to like 100 or less from like Donruss, Fleer, Upper Deck, those kinds of brands. But man, when you have been searching for as long as I have for a card like this, it was a high, man. I was on cloud 9 for a couple of weeks after that one.
Yes, sir.
Oh man. So let's see. So let's see. All right. There we go. All right. But anyway, I've had and that's saying something because I have had a lot of pretty cool pickups. And of course, probably my okay. So I'm just guys, just so you know, I'm reading all your chats here. So thank you, Mark. So yep, and then so. Oh man, Snoop ain't gonna come on with us if he's driving.
Yeah, he's driving.
We'll keep him busy on his way home. So damn. So anyways, I guess I could show some other cool pickups from the year, but that was by far my favorite. I actually came across another refractor that I added into my collection this past couple of weeks that came out in 2000 that I just never gotten. And I could show that one off too, but this one wasn't quite the same thrill. I believe I've seen one or two pop up, and this one is from 2000 finest in the last 20 years. But it wasn't such a focus of mine because I'll show the card. I'll go grab it real quick. Aaron, I don't know if there's something else you want to show while I'm grabbing it. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I showed it on a video recently, but let me get it out here. Yeah, it's kind of been kind of an amazing year for me because I've been able to add 2 of the refractors into my collection. But it's this one here. So it's a gold refractor from 2000 Finest, and it has Guerrero on the front, but Bonds is on the back. And the back of the card the back of the card doesn't use that chrome etching. It's just more of like a paper stock with a foil, but the front of the card has the chrome etching.
Yeah, that card is beautiful, man.
It's a beautiful card, and I'm a big Vladimir Guerrero fan as well. I love Vladdy. And but the cool thing about this card is, or the reason why I wasn't as excited about it, is because it's a dual player card, and Bonds is kind of side B of the card, right?
Yeah.
So like on the regular refractor, Bonds looks exactly the same. I mean, it's exactly the same, but then, there's the front of the regular refractor. It's just not the gold refractor. But so that was a good pickup. But man, that X-Fractor, whew.
No, that card is wonderful, man.
Yeah. And then
check this one out, Nate. Here's one. This would be a topic for conversation for folks out there. Show this one.
Oh, wait, here, let me add you. Josh Gibson. Oh, yeah, you told me about that. I remember when you picked that up. Yeah, because
so you see where Buck Leonard has signed this and wrote Josh Gibson died in 1946. But the question is, did he?
Well, isn't his official date of death like January 20th, 1947 or something like that, if I recall correctly?
That's, what's written in the books, but again, this is where that topic for conversation, you dig a little deeper, you find out that it might be a little something different, and it might be a little truth to what Buck Leonard has put down here. So that's why this autograph card is so intriguing, man, because it goes against what is out there for the public to read. So,
hey, Aaron, why don't you show that off one more time, because that piece is such. I mean, like, Buck Leonard's autograph isn't rare I've seen him before at card shows, and I mean, he has several autograph cards, but the documentation that's on there, that is just a fascinating piece, man.
It is truly a fascinating piece, and again, man, it makes you wonder, when you go back, you do your homework on this stuff, and you go back and read, and you begin to find out what we've read might not be so true.
Yeah, for sure. And that's I mean, for another show for us talking about it, but when they do calculate the statistics for all the new players that will be now Major League Baseball statistics, how accurate are those statistics? I mean, I wonder how much homework everybody is going to do before they officially announce the statistics, and even after they do, I wonder how much change there's going to be maybe 10, 15 years down the road as time goes on. So that'll be interesting. So, yeah. But here's another cool piece.
I was really thrilled about this one, to find this one too. Oh, go ahead, Nate. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, yeah, no, I was going to show this one off real quick. So this card here, now everybody knows 1996 Select Certified Mirror Gold Blue and all that. But this particular card is a very rare piece. It's it's a sample card of the Select. And I was reading an article, and at one point, about 20 years ago, it was believed that there was only one copy of each of these, but since then, more have surfaced. But this is the Barry Bonds J. Buhner Select Certified. Really cool card there. So that was another cool addition to the collection this year. So, oh, you want to show something else, Aaron? So
Awesome,
I'm done showing that one off.
That's fantastic. This was another one too.
All right, let me. Oh yeah.
Now, this one right here. What's interesting about this piece is that again, he autographed this postcard, which is documented back here from 1950.
Wow.
So 1950 was his rookie year. So look at the penmanship in there.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, man.
So that's like a rookie year, rookie year autograph.
Yeah, what Don Newcomb. I got a lot of other autographs, and you can kind of tell, and see over the years how his autographs has changed, as he got older. So that one right there is a really nice piece to have, from when he was young.
For sure, yeah. So, like, how much has it changed since, like as he got older? What changed? Did his autograph get harder to read? Was it less legible, or?
Yeah. You can tell, in his D and in his N. It almost looks like scribble.
Gotcha. Okay. Right on.
Yeah.
So this card here is another pickup I got in 2020. So I finally picked it up. Now, I was resistant about buying this card for so many years because this is the 1996 Pinnacle Skyline. But part of the Skyline, they use that street in San Francisco where that show Full House was. And I can't equate that show Full House to baseball. So I was like, it reminded me too much of Full House. But finally, I broke down and bought this card. And I'm telling you, I absolutely love it. I love this card. And what's interesting is San Francisco's skyline has changed a lot since 1996. They've built there are a lot more tall buildings downtown San Francisco. But you got the classic Transamerica. Back then, Transamerica was the tallest building. Not anymore. But this card is just beautiful, man. Love this pickup. And then kind of like in the Bonds collection, a card that kind of like I kind of predicted a long time ago that it was going to be a big card, and I saw it like maybe 10 years ago. Is this one right here. Now, I didn't buy this card this year.
Is that the O-Pee-Chee?
It's the O-Pee-Chee. This is graded a mint 9. Now, if you could find a gem mint 10, I think the 10s sell for about 10 grand now, which is just crazy. But the mint 9, I got this card, and this is just something that happened in 2020, not a card that I purchased. But I'm so glad I bought this card when I did because I got it for $50. I remember I won Employee of the Month at my job, and they gave me like a $50 gift certificate, like Visa gift card, and I used that to buy this card. And they typically now, just depending on the time and date and who's selling it, and maybe the centering and a few other things, but these things sell now at least they were at one point between $800 and $1,200. The market probably has cooled off a little bit. But if Bonds ever makes the Hall of Fame, I think this will be his key rookie card for a couple of reasons. One, it's not a box set card like the 86 Topps Tiffany. That card came from a box set. And two, and obviously two, I think it's going to be his biggest card because it was a pack issued official rookie card. Anything from 1986 those are extended rookie cards. They're not actual rookie cards of Barry Bonds. But in 87, the ones that came out of packs are his official rookies. So he's got 5 real rookie cards. It's the 87 Topps, the 87 O-Pee-Chee, the 87 Fleer, the 87 Donruss, and the 87 Leaf. Now, the Canadian version of Bond's rookie card and the Donruss, aka Leaf, is not nearly as rare, not nearly as valuable. I do have a copy of that as well. But man, this O-Pee-Chee, these are tough to find in good shape, and that was kind of a interesting development in the hobby in 2020. I saw it coming, but I didn't see it. I didn't see this card exploding quite the way it did.
Man, let me show you.
This is another big card here.
Card, Nate. I'm gonna grab a card too, man, that has just exploded.
Okay, so this one here, I think, this card here exploded too. The Tiffany PSA. Well, I got mine as a PSA 9. But the PSA 10s, man, I think they're selling for, I can't remember now, but actually the O-Pee-Chee is selling for more than the Tiffany on this. But this was also a really nice one to kind of see develop in the hobby this year. Oh, okay, looks like Aaron's still looking. Okay.
So let me show you this card, Nate. This card has exploded. I mean, ridiculously, man. Is the 1982
oh yeah,
Lawrence Taylor rookie.
And you still have that photo?
the subgrades on this one has all 10s. It's 3 10s and a 9 on here.
Wow.
You can kind of see that on here, which is common, you know, because the 82 set, if you know football cards, the 82 set, anybody will tell you that's collected this, and I've collected 82 for a while. There's always some type of surface issue to it, whether, you know, the image is blurry or whether it's, you know, just stock. The stock of the cardboard was bad, but this one has went crazy. Nate, this card right now is selling over $1,200.
Whoa! What was that thing selling for like at the beginning of the year?
You usually in this grade right here with the subgrades, you could find for about between 400 and 500.
Wow! But so that card really has grown.
There's been a 60% increase, and in a PSA 10, the PSA 10 one sold for, I want to tell you, about $1,700.
And the way that the sports card hobby is going this year, that's kind of like, sounds like a good deal, you know? I mean, especially if that card is tough to grade. And, you know, you figure Lawrence Taylor's a Hall of Famer, and, you know, that's his rookie card. So
here's another one. This is another card too. Let me show you this one that has really went up too as well. This is a tough set in general.
Oh man, you know, I bet you that whole set is doing really well right now.
The 85 Warren Moon rookie.
That's a fantastic card, man. I know that those cards are they're kind of like the 71 Topps baseball with those black borders. Yeah. But yeah, I know the Montana is real popular from that set as well. But man, Warren Moon rookie card for the win.
Yeah. That card has gone up royally, man.
What is it going for these days?
I think the last time I looked, it was around 675, somewhere around there.
Man, and I mean, to me, that sounds like a good deal because I mean that's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Yeah.
So, yeah, here's one.
Again, you know, when you know, in that grade, it used to be around, you know, you could find them for about 180.
Here's a card
So,
here that, as far as I know, it's gone from about maybe 400 bucks. Yeah, I think this is probably at the beginning of the year. It was selling for about $400. It's a refractor PSA 9 bonds, and the last one sold for 2,500. Look at that shine, man! Look at that etching. So these cards have really taken off. So
let me see if I grab a. This is a. Yeah, that card is amazing, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I bought it when I did. I got it probably, I'm thinking 20 years, no, maybe 15 years ago. I paid like a 250 for it.
This is another card.
Oh, Tony Dorsett, man. What a class act.
That's taken off. I mean, and to tell you the truth, this card to me has been undervalued for a long time, and it's finally starting to go up. Like, you used to be able to, kid you not, you used to be able to get that card in that kind of grade under $100.
Really, Tony Dorsett?
Yeah, under $100 easy. Right? And,
man, I remember him when I was a kid. He was like the running back. You know, him and Walter Payton, I think, were probably the two most popular.
So all of these right here, Nate, see, these are all ones that are going to go out. I have multiple copies of this one. I have this one in a 9 too. And the nine, has went up over, I want to tell you something like 400, 500 bucks.
Yeah.
But it's just that 8.5. I remember, because I bought this card I bought it some time ago, and I remember paying well under 80 bucks for it. And forget about it now.
Oh yeah, forget about it. So here's one I got earlier this year. This is one I picked up this year. This is a fun pickup, but it's the Bonds. It's a Mother's Cookies card, and then of course it's got the hologram on the back too. But yeah, that's cool, man. Like kind of a local food issue with a autograph. Thought that was a cool card.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
See if I grab another one too. Just see what we got here.
Yeah, your football collection, Aaron. I think you've made a lot of progress with your raw football card collection this year. Yeah. Love these right here. I probably should crack this one out of the slab, actually. I got this one on COMC because it was, at the time, it was like $3 or something, and it just happened to be in a let you guys want to hear something funny? So, here, let me let you show your card real quick. Oh yeah.
That one again, another spike, man.
O.J. Simpson. Now, how many of his
this one's a little tougher to find out there in the grade, but
yes, that what is that? The
glossy,
what do they call that one? The glossy. Yeah, that card is I like that one better than the flagship.
Yeah, I know. I like it too, man.
Yeah, they're both cool cards, but that glossy, I don't know, there's something about that style of card, man. I'm looking through this box, see what else there is I could talk about here. Oh, Fernando. Fernando Mania. You know what's funny, and I've noticed kind of a trend in the hobby, is all the guys that we grew up watching, and when I mean we is like us guys between like 40 and 50 years old.
Yeah.
A lot of those players, whether they're Hall of Famers or not, are gaining a ton of popularity in the hobby. So it's been fun to see those players pick up steam. Oh, dude, I didn't know you had that one.
Yeah.
How many Griffey rookies do you have?
Yeah, I think I got about maybe 3.
Yeah, those ones are a lot tougher to grade than people realize. I mean, people pull them fresh out of packs and they come back Stixes all the time. We got a modern card. Oh, is that Chapman?
Mm-hmm.
A 10-10, huh? Wow.
Yeah. No, there's some Bonds in here too, man. These are all my older cards, man, that I graded. There's
Remember we were talking earlier, Aaron, about some of the autographs I picked up and what I paid for them on my Bond stuff? Like stuff like this.
Hold on 1 second, Nate.
This one I don't think I could afford now.
Here's a couple of cards that, oh yeah, jeez, man. Why'd you have to show that, Nate? That card is fantastic, man.
Yeah. And then this one here I bought off the Barry Bonds website.
Oh yeah, man, that is so
I got
cool.
this card for a steal right off of Barry Bonds website. I'm wondering if I bought this one this year or last year. I can't remember when I got this card. Look at that beautiful autograph. And then it is a
look at that.
Superfractor, but it's not a pack issued Superfractor. I don't know how Bonds got a hold of all these cards. Oh, remember earlier we were talking about this chronography card, right?
Yes.
I mean, this thing's selling for probably 5 times what I paid for it now. So, oh man, I haven't seen one of these pop up in years. This is from 2006 Triple Threads. These cards here, man, are really popular. The first year of Triple Threads, they seem to sell for a big premium. And there's actually one I'd love to track down. There's one that has Josh Gibson, Barry Bonds, and I think the third player is
Monty Irvin.
Is it Monty Irvin?
Yeah.
God, I want to pick that card up. But that's obviously not autographs or relics. But that's a great one there, too.
Here's a card that's had some spikes, man. This one right here. It's kind of interesting. Trevor Bauer.
Oh, didn't he? He had a hell of a year, didn't he?
Yeah, this is the refractor one. You can't really get the refractage in there, but you know what? When I bought that, a lot of people thought I was being silly, man. And I told them, man, that kid is good. I'm telling you. And he's starting to show, you know, his really true form now, man. But you know how much I paid for that card?
I mean, if people told you were silly for buying it and you bought it, did you buy it this year or a different year?
No, man, these cards are from years ago. I mean, this card I bought this card in 2012.
Man, my guess is you probably paid, was that from your local card shop when you were buying all those BGS cards? I bet you paid like $20 for it.
Nope.
7? I don't know. I
bought that car for $8.
Oh man,
$8.
Yeah, you won't. So he was just a nobody when you got it, then I guess, right? But you kind of have an eye for pitchers. Is that Yelich?
Yeah.
Man, I bet you got that one for $8 too.
The chrome? No, I didn't get that one for $8, but.
So I got a question for you, Aaron.
Cool, man. The chrome one.
So when I did my blaster
right here, this one's a tough one.
Is that Joe Mauer?
Yeah, the Joe Mauer. This is the refractor.
Nice.
You don't see too many of those pop up.
Yeah, man. I don't remember ever seeing one. I mean, I'm not a Joe Mauer collector, but yeah, I don't remember ever seeing that card. That's a cool card. You think he's a Hall of Famer?
I think he'll get in at some point.
So what do you think of this guy right here? When I did my blaster box rip, I got two of them.
Who was that? Bieber?
No, Devin Williams.
Oh, yeah. Might be the real deal, man.
Uh, I was looking at his birth date too. He's kind of old. He'll be 27 in September. So this season he's going to be 26 the whole 2021. Yeah, he'll be 26 this season. But we shall see. I know you're a big picture guy. That's why I figured I'd ask you. And let's see what else. Here's a great example of some 80s, 70s, and 80s players. I got to grab another box, I think, but that's a cool. Aaron, what are you grabbing right now?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's an awesome card, man.
Yeah.
A little
Buckner, class act. Man, I think didn't he pass away this year? I want to say it seemed like, man, a lot of this year, I don't know if it was what it is, but boy, we lost a lot of baseball players this year, retired guys,
man.
you know.
We lost a lot of key people, man.
Yeah, that 1 week where Bob Gibson and Lou Brock and I think Tom Seaver and man, just like one after another. Oh yeah, Don Drysdale. Now is that card number 1 in the set? If I recall, I can't. I could be wrong.
No, it's number 18.
Okay, 18. I forget who number 1 is in the. Oh yeah, Orlando Cepeda. I love 58 tops, man. That's a very crispy. Oh yeah, Whitey Ford. That's the other one, man. Okay, Ted. I knew Ted Williams is number 1 in that set. So Mark had to correct me. There you go. Man, that card is gorgeous. Is that 49 Bowman?
49.
Yeah. Oh man, those old Bowman cards are so beautiful.
Yeah, the Ralph Kiner.
Yeah, for 57, yeah. Whitey Herzog. It's funny to see these like managers and stuff in their playing days sometimes. Monty Irvin, man, got all those 50s rookie cards.
Yeah, I just got quite a bit of them.
Showing off all your raw rookies?
Yeah.
So here's so we lost Dick Allen, which I think is a shame that he didn't. I think he's going to make it into the Hall of Fame. And like the first person I thought of when Dick Allen passed away was Ron Santo.
Yeah.
Because he passed away right before he got inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I think the day that Dick Allen passed away was the day that that the Veterans Committee was supposed to do their vote. but they
Yeah.
didn't because of COVID. So I mean, just what a weird timing for Dick Allen. So
Just showing off some raw cards, Nate.
I guess Herzog signs. Oh, remember I picked that one up this year. I got a really beat up version of that card for like $3. The Gary Carter rookie.
This one, here's one these ones were packed full right here.
Now, who pulled those? The guy that you bought them from?
The guy at the card shop.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna let you show off some cards, and I'm gonna go grab another box. Something different to look at.
Here's an old Peachy Gwynn. This one's nice.
Is that his rookie?
Yep.
Yeah, I got one of those too.
Love the old Peachies, man.
Yeah, that's an underrated card.
All these the 80 rookies, man, are just fantastic.
For sure. So
here's a
so
oh, wait a minute.
Vintage. Well, I'll get a vintage stuff out since you're showing off vintage. I don't have the greatest vintage collection in the world.
Just going down the line, man.
Here's the Derek Jeter. We were talking about this card earlier, Aaron. One of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
So love that card, man. Now the great story about this card is my dad went to the card show. I bought this in San Francisco at the TriStar show, and my dad was with me when I got this card. And man, my dad, he sure loved Willie Mays. He would talk about Willie Mays all the time. That was his favorite player growing up. The Giants moved to San Francisco right around the time my dad started to watch football. Or baseball, excuse me. I don't know why I said football. So, hey, Aaron, I'm going to put the camera on you for a minute. My wife's calling me. I'm just going to answer the phone real quick.
All right, I'm going to grab, I'll grab some cards, man. We'll look at the greatest wide receivers. Starting off with, here's a 1950. Elroy Hirsch. Beautiful rookie card right there. The 1950 Tom Fears.
Okay, all right.
Dante Lavelli. About
all right, I'm back.
about Raymond Berry.
Here we go.
Tom McDonald. Oh, good, Nate. I was just showing off
yeah.
Hall of Fame wide receivers.
I know you probably know more about Hall of Fame wide receivers than anybody I've ever met, because there are so many great wide receivers out there that I never even heard of, and you start telling me stories about them.
Bobby Mitchell.
I think that's like one of the big differences. I don't know what it is, but like between baseball and football, there's just people are like a lot more aware of like the Hall of Famers from baseball, prior to, let's say, 1970 than football. I think that changes in football after 1970, but I don't know. Do you
Beautiful,
think it's
man.
because I guess it was America's pastime, right? In like the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Is that a Philadelphia card?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Hall of
starting. I'm
Famer
starting
Charlie
to.
Taylor.
Yeah, I'm starting to get familiar with like the. I guess when Philadelphia was making football cards, Topps didn't, right?
Yeah. Harold Carmichael. These are all the Hall of Fame wide receivers that are inducted in the Hall of Fame. Steve
Largent.
Largent, John Starworth, Lynn Swan.
Man, you got them all, Aaron. How
James
many?
Lofton.
How many Hall of Fame wide receivers are there?
I think there's 32. Art Monk, Andre Reed.
You have it. It looks like you got it in chronological order.
Jerry Rice.
That's the GOAT right there.
The GOAT. How about Michael Irvin?
He was pretty good.
Chris Carter.
Yep.
Tim Brown. Isaac Bruce.
Nice.
GOAT number 2.
I know, huh?
GOAT number 2. Terrell Owens.
What product is that from?
SP.
Oh, wow.
Marvin Harrison. Randy Moss.
So, Aaron, what do you think is the best era for wide receivers? Like when it was more about the wide receiver than it was a quarterback.
Let me tell you something, Nate. That's a tough one to answer because some people may go back to the early 50s. Some people may go to the 70s. For me, man, I mean, 89 produced so many fantastic receivers, man. I mean, you think about Michael Irvin, man. You think about the Chris Carters, the Tim Browns. I mean, Jesus, man. I mean, that whole year was just packed with Hall of Famers. Barry Sanders was in there, man. Deion Sanders was in there, and then all your offensive linemen that were in there. I mean, just 89 was nuts, man. It was unreal.
And that is like the prime of our childhood, right? I mean, I think that was NFL's golden age, man. Was like, and we've talked about it before. I believe the NFL golden age is like the mid '70s through like the mid '90s. That's when, in my opinion, that's when the NFL was at its peak. So here's one here. I don't know if you've ever seen this one, but I'll show it to you. All right.
Fired up, baby. Fired up.
So there it is.
Dang.
Yeah, nowadays I couldn't touch this card with a 10-foot pole, man, if it came to the market.
No.
I think I really did luck out with it, just the timing and the fact that I was able to, I was in a position where I could pull the trigger and all that. So, but yeah, and then this one here,
fantastic, man. Unreal.
Out of Transcendent. Look at that. Look at the size of that autograph.
Beautiful,
man. Beautiful card there. And this card like weighs something. Like you hold it, like man. Oh. Anyway, I had to show that one off just to give you a hard time. So.
Man, that is beautiful, man.
So Mark asked what our collecting goals are for 2021, and we actually talked about that earlier in our live stream. So I'm going to archive this so you could go back and and watch that. I think we talked about it for what, a good 15, 20 minutes. So, but
Yeah.
obviously we're
I'm
hoping.
really, I'm
The
really
big
going to
thing is,
focus on heavenly.
yeah, the big thing is we're hoping we could go to the national, man. That would be fantastic. So we'll see what happens with that this year. But yeah, the national would be just amazing to be able to go to that.
Yeah.
So more vintage Willie Mays. You can never go wrong with vintage Mays, man. This one here. Oh, what's that, Aaron?
I got to get some Mays, man. You know, out of all these, you know, we talked about that, man. It's a strange thing, man. But I don't have Mays at all.
I think this is my favorite Willie Mays card of all time, the 1959 Topps. Only because
card, man.
My dad this is my dad's favorite card as an adult. And when I was a little kid, you know, my dad kind of introduced me to the hobby because he had his childhood collection, and I'd thumb through it, and he would always tell me about Willie Mays. And this is my dad's favorite card, so that's why it's my favorite Willie Mays card. And it is a really nice photo of Mays too. I really like that shot. Just a really nice picture of Willie Mays. So, and then I love that yellow border. Oh, everything about it just screams 1950s, you know, and Mays in the prime of his career. So I just love this card. So anyway, I don't know. I just got the
beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So here's an interesting fact, and this must be because a lot of the players are. How many players are, how many Hall of Famers are in the 1975 set? I wonder.
What? Let me see it.
I mean, you know, you got Yount, you got Gary Carter, Robin Yount, George Brett, and I'm thinking there's one other rookie. Jim Rice, I think, was a rookie in that set as well, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong. Maybe 76. But
no, Jim Rice.
Yeah. What's his rookie card?
75.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So that's like four Hall of Fame rookies, and maybe, or were there more? How many Hall of Fame rookies were in the 75 top set? I can think of four off the top of my head. Here's one I bought. I bought this one at a card shop about 20 years ago. It's a pretty crispy example, a little off-center top to bottom, but other than that, this card is just beautiful.
Love that card, man. That card is fantastic. Here's one too, Nate. Check this one out.
Whoops. Oh, yeah. Now, I know you were told.
Get it out of that lighting. Oh,
you told the story about him.
I don't know if that helped, but I love that card, man.
So, hey, Jake, thanks for tuning in, man. Man, that's a great card right there. Jimmy Brown.
Yeah, the 59. I love the 59 Jimmy Brown, man.
There's another one. This one here, I love this card, man. Kind of reminds me of 86 Topps in a way. But that's a cool one. And then this one here, doesn't this card completely, like, you know, it's 1972. I mean, that is the 70s at its prime, right? With that kind of that psychedelic team logo or team name on the top.
Yep.
Love the 72 Willie Mays. I got a few graded Mazes, but they're somewhere else. So, here you go. Aaron, you were talking about this set earlier. I didn't even realize, forgot I had this card. All-Star card.
There you go.
Yeah, I forgot I had that one, man. That's a cool card.
Look at some Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
So how many Hall of Fame quarterbacks are there?
23, I think. I could be totally wrong on that one, Nate. I'm not real sure.
23 seems kind of low, but I
Might
think
be more than that. I don't know. Might be 23,
you know what though?
or 32, somewhere around there. Might be 32.
Yeah, but the thing about quarterbacks is like right now there is a lot of guys that are going to be up for the Hall of Fame in the next few years.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a fun fact. I did not know that. Did you know that?
Yeah, no, was that Jim Brown played fireball in the 1987 Arnold film, The Running Man.
Damn.
That's great.
I used to have a few of those. What is that, 58?
That's a 50 yeah, this one right here, the 58.
Yeah.
Sonny Jurgensen, rookie.
Nice.
It's a 62 post, Fran Tarkenton, rookie.
Cool. Everybody's got to have one of those in their collection, right?
There you go.
I guess there's still raw out there if you look hard enough. When I was a kid, I remember there was a story in the paper that a card shop had this card in their display case for I think it was like, I forget what it was. It was like $1,100 or something like that. And the person that worked at the card shop that sold the card was not the owner of the shop. And they saw the price and they sold it to the kid for like $10.10 instead of $1,100, right? Because they didn't realize what the price was. And then later on, the card shop owner sued the kid's family to give the card back with a full refund because he said, you know, the person that worked at my shop read the price tag wrong, you know, and divided it by 100. And it was like a big deal. That's one of the big stories. That's when I knew the Nolan Ryan rookie was worth a lot of money. Reading that story.
It's a Dan Fouts.
So Bink Scott wants to know, is mine the Milton Bradley version? I think mine's a pack issued one. I don't think it's a Milton Bradley. But I mean, I'll show you the back. I know that Milton Bradley did make a Nolan Ryan rookie card.
Trying to get the lighting right on this thing. There's a lot of glare in there.
I'm pretty sure mine's a regular pack issued one. Now, I don't know if there's a premium on the Milton Bradley or the pack issued one, but I know that you could tell by the coloring on the back whether it was part of the game or not.
Moon.
Yep. So that's a raw copy. You showed a graded copy earlier, remember?
All right. Yeah. I mean, I got multiples of all of this stuff, Nate.
Here we go. Cloth sticker. You guys ever see what the cloth stickers from that's what the backs look like. So Aaron, what are you gonna do? How many of those Brady rookies do you have? What are you gonna do with that one you got from the LCS when you were visiting with me?
Oh, it'll be probably be trade bait, you know.
Yeah. I remember when you realized you had that card when you were thumbing through there and you looked upset. I'm like, what are you upset about, man? That card's like gone crazy since you bought it. That was funny. Here you go, Aaron. People miss you. You got to make some videos.
I know, Lou. I gotta make some videos, man. I do, man. I'm just right now, I'm trying to get the new home situated. Once I get that all together, then I'm definitely gonna be on to make some more videos. There's a lot that I got to show off, man. I'm just trying to get a little more situated.
I
Once
can't
I
wait
do
for you to
that,
show
then
off your man
it is
cave.
on.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to show off your man cave, man.
Yeah. Look forward to those videos, man. I mean, this one, I can't get over this one, man. I just keep looking at it. Like, this card is beautiful, man. Oh, man.
And that came out of what does the back look like?
No, it's the, these are the, I believe this came out of a cigar pouch or cigarette pouch or something like that. It's like a T206 card. It's the Plugless and Rustlers. There was Rustlers in here, but I think it's the Ogden Tobacco Company is what it was.
Wow. I wonder if that was regional or a national issue.
Yeah, I don't know. Got to find out.
Yeah, that's an amazing piece, man.
But
you gonna do you have a Jack Johnson card?
Oh, that's coming up, sir.
Because I know he's got some Bowman cards,
Yeah, wait
does he have it?
Wait till you see the Jack Johnson, man.
Oh, you got one coming in?
I got one coming.
So, hey, since we're here live, I want to share this story with everybody. So I placed an order. This is just about my whole COMC saga through eBay. They finally shipped the card out today. And I paid for the cards on December 13th through eBay, which was supposed to ship them out, as far as I know, 5 days from when you pay for it. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that email, Dave. It'll be anticlimactic by the time I get them. So here's one, Aaron. Man, this card here.
Yes.
The Sandy Koufax. Now I got to tell you a story about this card. I traded an autograph relic Andrew McCutchen card for this card right here.
Okay.
And I did that when McCutchen, before he ever won an MVP. So, I mean, this is like, I don't know, probably close to 10 years ago I made that trade.
Okay.
But love that Koufax card right there.
Oh,
and then this card here, this one here, this is a high number card from 1961 Topps. My dad, this came from my dad's collection, right? He must have bought one pack of high numbers in 1961, because every card I have from 61 from my dad's childhood collection was a high number, and one of them was this Warren Spahn All-Star card.
That's fantastic, man.
Love that card. I love how he's busting through the newspaper. And then here we go. I think this one is a Juan Marichal stamp rookie stamp. You ever seen that one?
Yep. Love it.
No, I don't have his rookie card, but I got his rookie stamp. Love that one, man.
There it is, Nate.
Oh, yeah, the Brady rookie. Man, that set is that's a classic set now.
Well, a little Jim Brown action.
Oh man, that's one of my favorite football cards of all time, right there. The Jim Brown rookie card. Oh. Now, has anybody here ever watched Dr. Fauci when he's doing when he's at home? Because if you do, Fauci has a bookcase in the background. And when he's at home, he's got these two cards in the background on his bookcase. Now, how cool is that? And they're both
Super
PSA
cool.
graded. Now, the Yogi Berra, Fauci's Yogi Berra is way off centered, but he's got the 59 mantle as well. And I just think that's really cool that he is able to enjoy some of the New York Yankees probably from his childhood. But love these two cards right here as well. Oh, okay. So now, I mean, I knew. So Mark says he collects cards. Now, is he a big time collector, or is he just like kind of a casual collector, Fauci? But has anybody, if you've noticed these two cards in the background when Fauci's doing an interview at home, go ahead and comment in the comment box. I'd love to see people that have noticed that. I'm such a baseball card junkie. When I discovered that, I jumped out of my seat, ran to the TV, and took a picture of it. I just thought it was the coolest thing ever. That Fauci collects baseball cards. Oh, whoa. So, yeah, I guess if Fauci's 81, they're definitely, God, it's Fauci really 81? Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it. I would have thought he was in his 60s, man.
Here you go, Nate. Here's a guy from the Bay Area.
Yep.
Joe Perry.
Wow, man, that's a beautiful card. Love those old Bowmans.
Another guy from the Bay Area. Ollie Matson. Another Hall of Fame.
Now, where is Perry from and where is Matson from?
Well, Matson is from the Bay Area, but as far as Perry goes, he just played on the 49ers.
Gotcha. And what part of the Bay Area is Matson? Where did he grow up?
I think he grew up somewhere in Oakland.
Nice. Yeah, Oakland, man, there are a lot of professional athletes that came from Oakland. Dave Stewart.
San Francisco.
Dave Stewart, Oakland.
John Henry Johnson.
Oh, man.
Another Hall of Fame running back.
You know, Frank Robinson was from Oakland.
One of my favorite cards of all time, Lenny Moore.
Wow. That's a great looking card, man.
It's a beautiful card, man. Really thrilled to have that one. How about Paul Hornick?
He just passed away.
Yeah.
Hey, remember when we went to the National in 2017 and he was in the lobby?
I do.
Yeah. And he was so great to all the Packer fans. Man, that Jim Brown.
Jim Brown.
You know why I like that Jim Brown card so much, Aaron?
Jim Taylor.
As when my dad's childhood collection, he had a few of those cards from that set. And so that's why I like the Jim Brown. Plus, I love just the story of Jim Brown.
Oh, yeah. Gale Sayers.
Oh, man. That's a great pose, man. That's like that Heisman pose almost.
Another one of my favorites here. Leroy Kelly. This guy was magnificent. Came out of a black university. This guy was incredible.
Did he play for Cleveland?
Huh? Yeah, he played for Cleveland. Remember about Hall of Fame running back Floyd Little.
Wow.
Of course, the Zonka.
Oh, well, I didn't know this. Did you know this, Aaron?
OJ.
Gale Sayers passed away as well?
Yeah.
Damn, man.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's tragic, man.
And then there was oh, man, I remember him when I was a kid.
Dorsett.
Yep, Tony Dorsett.
Campbell.
Earl Campbell.
Marcus Allen.
Man, I hate what Oh yeah, we talked about that card a bunch of times. I remember that card being in the showcase at my local card shop when I was a kid. That's just a classic right there, the Barry Sanders.
Barry.
Here you go, Aaron.
Ah,
Oh
there it is, Nate.
man, I love the back of this
Gotta
card.
get that one. That's I've got to find one, buddy.
Yep, talks about he played on the Harlem
That card is
Globetrotters.
fantastic, man.
Yeah. And love the 59 set. Hank Aaron. Love that 59 Hank Aaron. So.
Beautiful.
Oh, here we go. Let's play two. Ernie Banks. I know you got your Ernie Banks in one of those cubes, ice cubes, huh? Rookies.
Oh yeah, the Banks. Yeah.
Gotta love the 59 All-Star cards. Red for the National League, blue for the American League.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Well,
So, look. Is that Emmett Smith? It's hard for me to see. Wow. Nice one, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think probably,
here, man.
you know who I think is the best running back of all time, Aaron? Is Barry Sanders. That's who I think, because he could do it like all on his own.
Yeah, there's some. That's well, that's a good choice, man. I mean, Barry Sanders was incredible. You know, he did it with all those. Without the offensive line, man, he was.
I remember watching Barry Sanders play football when I was a kid, and I swear to God, he'd break my ankles, and I was just sitting there watching him. You know, I'm going like this, you know, because he's going back and forth and, you know, just juking everybody all on his own, man. That guy was incredible. And then every time he scored a touchdown, instead of celebrating, acting like he'd never scored a touchdown before, he ran up to the ref, handed him the football, and ran to the sideline like he'd been there before, you know? So,
yeah. There's a lot of guys in there, man. I mean, I've seen some. Man, we've been spoiled, man, with some of the greatest running backs of all time, man. I mean,
I agree. Yeah.
God, man, there's so many great ones. Fred Taylor. I mean, I don't know. People probably won't. You know, he's not a Hall of Famer, but Fred Taylor should be in the Hall of Fame. And he was,
yeah, I think Roger Craig. I was shocked when he didn't get voted in about a year ago.
Yeah, Roger Craig. Definitely.
Love that image.
I love watching him play. I mean, he was such a utility player, man, a dual threat.
Yep. I mean, what he rushed and ran,
beat you off the catch, could beat you off the run. He was amazing, man.
For sure, yeah.
You know.
Anyway, you want to show off one last card, and then we can wrap this up. We've been here for. Now we always go live for 2 hours. That's like that's an easy one for us.
Yeah, it is, man. Nate, I'm good, man. I've showed, man. We'll save some more for another time.
Okay. Well, I guess go out with this one here, because I love this set right here. The 1964 Topps Giants. Love that image of Willie Mays. Just a great image.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right. So Aaron and I are gonna sign off. Everybody, thanks so much for hopping in. You made it for a good time. And everybody that watches this archived, hopefully you got a lot of sorting done, and maybe you learned something. I don't know. I always learn something every time I go on with Aaron. So until next time, as always,
happy collecting. lefty. Later, guys.